Welcome to third-party Transformer News for Retro Robot Radio for the date of February 14th, 2016. Today we're going to be taking a look at several items. First on the agenda is GCreation, who you may know created a really nice set of combining Dinobots. Well, a lot of people thought they were going to be going out of the Transformers business after the Dinobots were finished, but they just started a new teaser. This pair here that was released on their Facebook page, a little bit of enhancement, shows that it's a IDW-inspired Optimus Prime and Prowl. Now these figures, they said, will be about the same size as the MP10 and the Masterpiece Prowl figures, which makes them about a Leader and a Voyager class, if you're into classics collections. And the designs are very much based on the IDW Comics Optimus Prime that appeared for some time, and the Prowl that appeared in More Than Meets the Eye. Garatron showed off some of the molds they're using for the creation of their Thunderwing-inspired figure. So this kind of shows that the design is much underway. Yep, there's a lot of really good parts in that, and it's going to be a nice figure, I think. A bit expensive for my taste, but I think a lot of people who want a IDW Thunderwing will be looking at this because there's no other option for an IDW Thunderwing at this point, although I heard one other company is looking into it. Iron Factory showed off a test shot here of their Black Shadow, or this is good, called Sky Shadow. Anyway, this is the Pretender from Japan, and I'm wondering whether or not this is going to get remolds into Thunderwing or Metal Hawk or whoever else. Also wondering about the inner robot on this one. The deluxe one that Hasbro released had a small nose cone that launched but didn't transform, but kind of represented the inner robot on Black Shadow here. And I'm wondering if this one will even launch or if it will transform into a very simple Headmaster-sized robot or what. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Maketoys showed off test shots of their Contact Shot figure, which is based on Point Blank, showing off the robot mode of the Target Master partner. And you can see him next to the, I believe this is the Headmaster for Cupola, based on Stylor. So he's about the same size as their Headmasters, and he can even fit inside the Headmaster seats. Now, this makes me wonder if Contact Shot himself will have a cockpit that his own Target Master can sit in, which is something I don't think we've seen yet, is any Target Master that the Target Master can sit down inside the vehicle. It would be a nice addition if they're trying to add some interesting ways of doing things to this figure. Mastermind Creations showed off its Ravage-inspired figure. This is very similar in transformation to the Universe Ravage that came with Hound, but with a Masterpiece-style finish. And this has been upsized to a full-size cassette instead of being a micro cassette. No word yet on whether or not we're going to get a sound wave that'll ever fit this guy, but there was some teasers earlier that they are going to be doing other cassettes in this scale. It will actually come with a little cassette case, and I'm wondering if this will actually fit inside of real players. But it's looking pretty good. TFC Toys showed off colored images of their Leo Zack-inspired figure. This figure will be part of their Combiner based on Leo Kaiser, and he will transform from robot to jet and then have a transforming breast animal that turns into a lion. Here he is in jet mode, and here's his little lion partner. Meanwhile, there's also the Jaruga-inspired figure, who turns from robot into a buggy and has a little jaguar. And these little figures are looking real nice. They turn from beast to gun to breastplate. And the two figures do combine to form the torso of their Leo Kaiser-inspired figure, who's called Hades. Here you can see a picture they did where they took the one arm and one leg they have finished and just copied it to the other side, and then combined it with the torso to have a bit of an approximation as to what Hades is going to look like in final. I'm not sure how much the other leg and arm will look like this. I know there'll be different colors. I'm not sure how much remolding they'll get, but Leo Kaiser always had a bit of a more balance than most combiners because he was 2 jets for the arms and 2 tanks for the legs. And here we can see a little close-up of what the head of the combiner looks like. I hope they work hard to keep the combiner kibble storable on the robots in all the other modes. Toyworld showed off its shovel figure, which is their figure inspired by Scrapper. It's going to be out pretty soon, if not out now. And this is a very large size G1 accurate version of Scrapper. It turns into a scoop loader. It comes with a chest piece and a gun. And this it can form the flying scoop loader that G1 Scrapper was able to turn into. And will be a leg for Constructor. You know, one thing I'd like to see someone try to do with a Devastator combiner would be to actually Scramble City him. Make it so all the limbs could form any of the limbs on the body, but no one's ever tried that just because the original Devastator was a very early combiner design. Oh well, maybe someone will do it someday. But Scrapper here, or Shovel, is looking pretty good. We also got a little preview of what their Mixmaster inspired figure will look like, and he will come with the combiner mode gun and some missiles to go over his head. And you know, one of the neat things about this, let's take a look real close here. You can see it has a bit of a crazy expression on the face, which I think fits real good with Mixmaster, who's supposed to be a mad scientist. X2 Toys showed off their combiner kit that they're adding to the Hasbro and Takara Devastator figure. This kit will have some parts that add on to the Japanese version of Devastator. And it has quite a bit in there, so if you're wanting to make your Devastator one of the best ones there is, I think this and the Perfect Effect are the 2 options right now. Plus, a couple companies do small individual add-ons. We'll have to go through and do a video sometime on all the different options for Combiner Wars Devastator. I threw this item in as a bonus for the Rise of the Beast Kickstarters, which is going on right now and has about 16 days left as I'm recording. You might want to check it out. It is a Kickstarter for little Battle Beast inspired figures. These are Glyos compatible assembled figures, but they're little beast men. But there's a good sprinkling of Transformer nods in their design. The initial wave will have a ant-based figure who is available in Insecticon purple and black, and then the first stretch goal will be 2 figures that are a Rhino and a Scorpion, whose decos are inspired by Rhinox and Scorponok. So if you want to have little Beast Former type guys who are inspired by some Transformers, this is the Kickstarter to back. Also, if you're a Glyos or a Battle Beasts fan, you might want to check it out. I'll leave a link in the show notes. So, what were your favorite reveals this week? What are you going to be pre-ordering? And do you think we should see more Beast Wars inspired recolors of figures? Let me know in the comments below. This week's news brought to you from the pages of tformers.com and TFW2005. News read by Matthew Ignash. Stop by wikialpha.org to read more about third-party Transformers. Check out the Facebook page of the third-party TF Crashers. And then come on by the Retro Robot Radio YouTube channel and subscribe.